All right, so listen, there was this issue that came up regarding VTuber models, and I think this is a good chance to explain law to people that don't understand it. Because this person here, who's Azuki-chan VGen Patreon, Azuki-chan on Twitter, said, "Artist, do you see this as normal? Because I auto-reject this type of work. Please don't ask for this type of commission." So this artist is saying this is completely unreasonable, right? Completely unreasonable. Well, I'm about to educate them real quick. So they're saying, hello, I am interested in a header for my VTuber model. I want to use it for commercial purposes. Is that okay? So very common ask. They want to use it to make money. Is that okay? Next, they say, I want to have the copyright. Would that be an extra cost? So if you own the copyright, you own it completely, which would mean if you own the intellectual property, then you can do whatever the fuck you want. The rest of this stuff is irrelevant. If he just asks, I want the copyright, yes or no, and they say yes, you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. It's yours now. They've sold the copyright, right? You don't need to ask all these other questions. You can just say, hey, I want full rights to this. I want all the intellectual property. I want all intellectual property. I want to buy the intellectual property. You no longer own it. None of this stuff is you can do whatever you want, whatever you want to do with it. You can, once you buy the intellectual property, it's yours. So you don't need to ask for commercial purposes. You don't ask for giving credits. You don't need to ask for any other shit. You just buy that, right? And by the way, this is how much most people outside the VTuber industry, which a lot of VTubers, they're so focused on what's the norm in the VTuber industry that they're kind of away from reality. In most commercial artistic uses, you're going to pay an artist to give you something that you can use however the fuck you want. You think when Pepsi or Coca-Cola or McDonald's pays an artist that the artist gets to reserve rights? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you guys insane? Like, are you kidding me? No, they don't fucking get a reservation of rights. But somehow in the VTuber industry, and my speculation is this is because of Japan. Because in Japan, artists are particularly protective, and because in Japan, the rights are a little bit more expansive. And I think it's because, okay, weebs do a thing. This is a thing that happens in the anime community. It's kind of a little bit extra. So people will think because they watch a lot of anime and because they maybe got some sushi, right? And they bought a katana and they maybe bought a kimono. They think that they are now a Japanese expert, right? And here's Ken-sama. Here's the meme. And in case you guys don't know, here's the meme, Ken-sama, right? And the joke is that a bunch of dudes and some people will be like Ken-sama here, right? They will be the Japanese expert who's never been in Japan. They never set foot in Japan. They don't know an actual Japanese person for their fucking life, right? And they think they're, this expert, right? And they'll take everything from Japan and try to apply it abroad. Well, I think that these VTuber artists are like the Ken-samas of the VTuber world. They're speaking English. They're in English-speaking countries, right? Not all in the US, but they're not in Japan. They're not under Japanese law, but they think, oh, let's take Japanese law and let's apply that everywhere. Well, that's not how the law works, bro. Like, I'm sorry. And so it's saying, sorry, I don't sell my art with my copyright. The art is mine and I'm the creator, but you can use it commercially with a fee, but I have the copyright. And that's fine. By the way, an artist can refuse to sell, but guess what you can do? Refuse to buy. And my thing is, for the VTubers out there, don't buy from people like this. Fuck the Azuki-chans, right? Why do you need to buy from them? There are so many people that are going to be willing to just do a thing for you and sell it. Don't buy from this person, right? And go somewhere else to buy from them. Don't buy from somebody who's not going to give you full rights. I'm sorry. Like, just don't purchase from them, right? And he gets a little explanation here. Let me read his little explanation. The fact of the red flag of not giving me credit, not promoting me, of anything like that is no longer what I want to point out. It is the miserable way in which it is told me as if I were not a person. As if I were just asked for a machine drawing. No one on the other side of the PC. What the fuck is this? This is like asking, like, what did you want him to do? Ask you on a date? This is a business proposition. What did you expect? Are you guys reading this? Are you guys seeing this? He hasn't asked me. He hasn't told me he's going to do something contrary to what I may feel. That's what made me feel bad. I'm not going to give you credit. I'm not going to promote your work. It's violence. It's not a pleasant way to read. They're saying that's violence. Violence to say, I don't want to give credits. And by the way, here's very crazy. Look how he subtly reworded it. Look at this. Watch this. This is very important because look, he reworded this. Look, down here he says, he put quotation marks. He said, I'm not going to give you credit. I'm not going to let you promote your work. So right here, it says here, I don't want to give credits on social media, meaning not give credits in general, right? I don't want it to, I want it not to be displayed in your portfolio or social media. So that part accurate, but this part of it, I don't want to give credits on social media. That's a general statement, not I'm not going to give you credit, right? I know that it makes a difference, but this you is the emphasis for feeling, right? So language is really important. I track language closely. You feel, right? It's all about feelings, right? This is all about feelings. This is a person, right, who just cares about the way it made them feel, right? Just pointing out about this, right? And I do want to give a shout out to Permaband, right? Because Permaband followed up, and Permaband actually responded. I think they may have quote tweeted this, but very good comment by Permaband. I want to give a shout out to like a base legal situation, legal commentary, because I know they're not a lawyer, but this is pretty good. Said, assignment of copyright is a very common IP practice. Those who plan a career in VTubing and come in a exclusive model for themselves should make this request and foot the extra fees because it'll avoid the legal headache. If they don't, they'll get affiliate situation. This is 100% correct. Anybody who is going into VTubing should get this. If you're a VTuber, you're going to get into a silly affiliate situation. If you don't do this, right? Like if you don't get the rights, you're going to get an affiliate situation, and that's not good. Real quick, I want to put out Permaban Banhammer said, by the way, Azuki, this is not a dig at you. This is just my perspective of the issue. The reason why you might not be used to clients asking for full copyright for the model they commission is probably because many VTubers are unaware of the nuanced legal issues surrounding it. Yes, I agree. And by the way, I'm giving tough love to Azuki-chan as well, but Azuki-chan needs to really reassess themselves. And look, I'm about tough love, you know, and I've just got to tell some people sometimes you got to toughen the fuck up, you know, and I know that they may not have been told that by their parents. They may not have been told that by school. They may not have been told that by the university or whatever the fuck else, their work or whatever else it is. But I'm here to tell you the reality and the facts and also the law, right? That's what I'm here for. And sorry, Azuki-chan, you need to get your shit together, you know, and understand that's a very reasonable request. It's not unreasonable at all whatsoever. As a request, you have the power to say no. Of course you do. Of course you do. But, you know, that's one thing. Another.